Okay, 6.3, modeling data with a line of best fit. Okay, so Matt buys t-shirts for a company that prints art on t-shirts and resells them. When buying the t-shirts, the price Matt must pay is related to the size of the order. So here is the information. So if you buy 500 shirts, it's going to cost you $3.25 a shirt. 700 shirts cost you $1.95 per shirt, etc. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to enter this data into our calculator. Okay, so we're going to go to the Stat button. Stat, and we're going to edit. So I hit enter. And I have stuff in there. So I'm just going to go up and press clear down. Again, I'm going to go up to that, clear, and then down. Up, clear, down. Okay. So I'm going to put this information, so L1, this is the stuff I'm going to put into L1. So 500, 700, 200, 460, 740. Okay, and then all this information here I'm putting into L2, 325, 195, 520, etc. Okay, so there you can see my information into L1 and L2. Okay, now we're going to create a scatter plot. So you can see scatter plot right here. So I'm going to hit second function Y. Okay, so I'm going to turn this on. So I hit enter and I hit enter to turn it on. Okay, and then type we want just, yep, that's good. With the type we want to use L1 and L2. Okay, so now I'm going to zoom 9 because zoom, did you see zoom 9? Zoom 9, if you want to know the name of it, is zoom and then you're going to stat. So if we zoom it as a stat. Okay, so that's what it looks like. So if you were to draw this, so obviously you can see, and I was trying to figure out what kind of equation it would have. It would obviously be a linear with a negative slope. You know, some kind of equation with that in it, right? Okay, so we know that it's going to be a linear. So we're going to state the equation that best fits this line. So I'm not going to be able to make this myself. So I'm going to go to stat and calculate a linear regression. So I'm trying to find the line that fits into there. So stat button. Okay, calculate. And then I'm trying to find a linear equation, a line. So go down to number 4. Okay. And there's my equation. So it gives it for me. Now we want to graph that line. So I could just type it all in, but if it is a tricky equation, which is a lot of things to type in, I'm going to show you a shortcut. Y equals, so I'm going to get that out of there. So now I go to vars button, which is right there, under my statistics, and then I'm going to go over to equation, and then I'm going to hit the regular equation, and then it puts what I just found in there for me. So now I'm going to graph it, and you can see how that line that it generated, it created an equation, and now look at how it fits into my points. Okay, interpolation is the process of estimating of a value that's inside your domain. Extrapolation is when you estimate something outside of your domain. So if I say, how much would a shirt cost at 600 shirts? You can see that 600 shirts is within here. So it makes sense that I'm guessing within there. So if I hit that trace button, trace, see how it activates this cursor? Actually here, this is what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to get this stat or this plot one off. And I'm just going to graph this line now. Let's see if we can do it without those points on there. Okay, so it worked. So I push trace, and then because I'm just trying to find anything, I want to go 600, enter. So at 600, it's going to cost you $2.60 a shirt. So extrapolation is now finding something outside of the zone. So we want to figure out how many shirts would make your cost $1.50 per shirt. So I can't do that like we just did the other one because this is a Y value. So I could make an estimate, right? You can see my cursor going down. Oh, 1.5. So somewhere like 600 or 760-ish. 770-ish. Okay. But I could also plug this into my equation. So now I want to know this as a Y value. And I'm trying to figure out the matching X value. Okay, so that would be how you could do it algebraically. And I will show you a calculator method though too. So I'm going to move this over. So $1.50 minus $6.50 is -5. And then you're going to divide. So 769 shirts. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do this in your calculator. So again, like I said, there's not a way you can use the trace button. So in Y2, I'm going to write in 1.5 because I want to know when Y is 1.5. So when does it reach 1.5? Exactly right there. Okay, so what am I going to do? I'm going to calculate an intersection point. Is my cursor on the first line? Yep. Is my cursor now on the second line? Do you see it jumped? Yep. Enter. And now I'll just guess. So you enter again. And now you see how my cursor found that exact intersection, which is 769. Same answer we got.